Hi, I'm Caitlin from Electronic Specifier, and joining me today is MP from Mauser. MP, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for the invitation.
So for those of you who don't, may not know you, could you do a quick introduction to yourself?
Sure, I'm MP and I'm based here in Munich and I run the marketing and the business development teams for Mauser in Europe.
So one topic of conversation I'm sure will be spoken about all over in Better World is the state of the market, the electronics market. Why don't we start with what your outlook was on the market in 2024?
2024 is behind us, so it's been a challenging year, right? The past few years have been challenging. 24 for us in Europe was another year of decline. And of course, Germany being the key market, Germany has been in recession, still is, so that impacted us negatively, as well as the semiconductor side of our business. So all in all, sales-wise, it's not been a great year last year. However, we've shipped more line items, like more products, to more buyers and engineers in Europe. So it was not all that negative, right? Which means for us that the design activity was still taking place last year as well, even though sales were down. So that year is behind us and we're looking to a more positive 2025.
Sure, and on this topic of positivity, what is your outlook for the year ahead?
We expect growth, right? We expect growth this year. I think maybe low single digit for us in Europe. I think Europe will be the last region to come back or to recover. However, we expect growth in all of the regions this year. We've seen already some signs of hope for 2025. We ship more line items, as we said, but that happened last year as well. We reach out to more buyers and engineers again, but we're also seeing passives or circuit protection, for example, growing. Connectors has been steady and remains steady. And semiconductor, we still struggle, but we see the decline is way less. And what we hear from our manufacturers is that the orders have started to pick up. So looking at February, for example, that has been a good month for us. And March is up to a very good start as well. And I think what helps a lot is that in the past few years with the challenges we've had in the market down cycle that's been longer than everyone expected, the manufacturers were needing to focus on different things in order to, bring the sales back up. So new product introduction maybe has not happened as much as it should have, and now we see a flow of this new product activity coming back, which is again a good sign for this year.
And it's great to hear there's some optimism, there's some positivity.
Yes, there is, and even I was looking at the numbers, like if we look at Europe, for example, we have countries like Spain who is already showing positive results. Italy, again, it's Germany who is a bit lagging behind, but I believe, in a few months' time, we'll speak differently, and I see some growth for Germany, and of course, a lot of opportunities as well in 25.
Mm-hmm. And so following on from, all the growth opportunities, the market dynamics, customer acquisition, of course, is really key. So how are new customers finding Mauser?
As an e-commerce distributor, normally through online means, right? But Mauser is a marketing machine, so everything we do to reach out to customers is through marketing. So we are reaching out to our customers, of course, but trying to reach out to new audiences as well through marketing. So I'd say online means and marketing are the key one. And of course, if we sign new lines, then we reach out to new audiences as well.
I think marketing machine is a really great way to put it, and we can see that, here at your booth. So another area of focus has been development kit sales. Could you talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. I mean, for us, it's always been dev kits have always been a very important part of what we do because, again, our model is all based on the design engineers and prototyping and design and activity. Therefore, normally the dev kits will be one of the first things that an engineer is going to buy if they want to build something. So dev kits has been a focus, and I think even in a down cycle like the past few years, dev kit sales have been up. So it's nothing that has come back. It's always been a steady growth for us.
And of course, with development kit sales increasing, you see heightened InDesign activity, which was something you mentioned earlier. So I'm just curious to get your thoughts on whether you've seen customers working on new products, what kind of applications you've seen, or whether it's been very similar products.
Yes, you're right. It's a sign of design activity, and again, in the past few years, and as we speak now, design activity has been happening, and designers have been very creative and active in Europe, although sales were down. So those projects might not have come to production yet, but the engineers have been throughout the past few years working on new designs. Of course, new designs mean normally the newest products and the newest technologies which we have, which our manufacturers are providing us with. So, and there's not one key application. It's really across the board and across different verticals and different applications.
That's great, thank you. Another topic we perhaps would be remiss not to talk about would be AI, and given how it's being used to enhance operations, how are you using it at Mauser to enhance your operations?
I think there's two parts. I think for like the buyers and the engineers maybe, I think there's a lot of opportunities with AI. If I look at what we're implementing with some of our buyers, is more on things that will facilitate the buying process and the transactional process, saving times, making everything more accurate. I think saving time is something that is key to everyone. So on that side of the pond, and if we look at the engineering side, I think AI will be very helpful when it comes to search. Like at the forefront, I think that will help maybe the likelihood of providing promptly the right content and the right product to the engineers searching on Mauser.com. I think AI is going to help with that.
And I think we're at a very exciting point where we're beginning to see the products that are coming out of that. So
yes, AI again, a big hype. I think a bit like IoT back a few years ago, but we do see more and more concrete opportunities around AI, and it's interesting to see what governments in Europe do, or what the different countries and the different organizations do around AI in order to support. I was reading in Spain, they have something called Digital 2025, and the government is really pushing companies, and I think they have a goal of 25% of the companies in the country need to be using AI by the end of 25. So those things will push further opportunities for AI as we go.
I think opportunities, growth, optimism, some of the things that have come out of this interview, I think are a great way to end on with that. So thank you so much, MP, for joining me.
Thanks. It was a pleasure.